everybody, and welcome back to Building Tutorials. And today I am going to be working on my automatic farm once again. So last episode I worked on building the bone meal dispensers here that'll dispense out all of the bone meal. I've also got water set up, so all of the ground should be wet except for this bit. For some reason, this bit was messed up, so it's fixed now. So now that that's done, everything should be wet. We've got wet dirt everywhere. I've got the redstone for this kind of set up so that if I hook this up, it'll automatically start dispensing out the bone meal. So if I put seeds down, it'll instantly grow. Well, it's not instant, but it's pretty quick. It'll grow all of the crops right here. And this doesn't waste any bone meal, which is pretty cool. You can see it still says 57. Now, if I put something down, let's see, how much did that use? It's at 54 now. So it uses the bone meal to grow it, but as soon as it's done, it doesn't use any more. Apparently, the chicken wants his seeds. You know what? Here you go. Here's some seeds. All right, the chicken's happy. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off because we don't need it. But today what I'm going to be doing is most of the redstone. Apparently one of the dispensers are missing, so I'm going to go and put that there. But this is all going to get hooked up with redstone. I do have to get some more bone meal, so I'm going to do that here in a second. But I'm just going to put redstone on top of all of these dispensers, because they're all going to go at once. So it doesn't really matter where the redstone goes. So as long as it's on top of all the dispensers, they should activate. The one problem is going to be that. So I'm going to have to change something here so that it doesn't do that. I guess I could just get rid of that redstone. I don't even know why that's there. So that should work now. This will go ahead and activate all of these. So I now have to hook them up. So I'm just going to use planks. So I'm going to get some oak planks for the blocks. And then I'm going to need to put the dispensers here for the water. So I'm going to go ahead and do that today as well. Okay, so I've just went through and filled up every single dispenser with bone meal. So they're all set up and ready to go. The first thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and turn off this redstone so that it doesn't keep making all the dispensers go. But the way you set this up is it's really simple. I've got a lever that goes to here, which pushes this observer into here, and that'll just send a signal that just rapidly repeats like over and over again really quickly. And that's what I'm going to use for all of the dispensers for the bone meal. For the water, I'm going to set that up a little bit different. So all of this redstone was just temporary, so I'm going to get rid of it. For these dispensers here, I want to hook up them to blocks. So I'm going to put a repeater going into here. I'm going to put a repeater going into here. And I'm going to get some redstone that will attach to these. So if I go ahead and put redstone going like that, that'll go into both of these and activate the water. I don't have all the water buckets right now. I'll get those in a second. But that's going to connect up to this right here, which this is hooked up to a button. And when you press the button, it will activate the dispensers. This redstone right here is going to be for activating all of the other dispensers. So I need to make sure that this doesn't mix with this redstone over here. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to put blocks above here. This hopefully shouldn't activate the dispensers at the bottom. I need to test this. So is there a redstone torch around here? No, I'll get one real quick. We'll get a lever here and turn just this on. So I need to put some items in here to test this. So I'm going to put like some random blocks that I have. If those go, then this doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work. Alright, so I've got a new idea. I'm going to go ahead and try using the repeaters instead. I think what's happening is this block right here is activating this. So what I need to do is I need to change this into a slab, because slabs don't conduct electricity. So if I put a slab down here, this should prevent the redstone from activating this. Let's see if that works. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Let's see if I can use a slab here. Alright, that does work. Now, I have this bit over here connected, which has the water in it. So this is going to be my testing area, just to kind of see if this works. So if I go and put redstone repeaters on top of here. Alright, it's getting activated from this side. So if I go and put this on here, did that fix it? I think it's fixed. The problem is I have to turn this off. So let's just put all of the redstone down. Oh, great. I've got it stuck in a loop. Alright, so I've got it turned off. So the slab idea does work because it doesn't conduct electricity. So you can put the redstone there, and as you can see, it's not activating it. If I put a regular block here like this, put the redstone, it activates it. So if you use slabs, it works. And if you use these repeaters on top, it won't activate those. It'll only do the side ones. And this is the only one that's set up with water right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, take out all of these blocks, and turn them all into slabs. Alright, so that is the bone mill system set up. So all of these dispensers have redstone going to them, and it should also be on this clock right here. So if I go and turn this off, and I turn this lever on in here, it should constantly activate all of these. So this is now working. As you can see, it's really quick, and it shouldn't be activating any of these. I'm going to go and put the water in all of them, and then I'll test this and see if it actually activates the dispensers. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Alright, so all of the dispensers now have water in them. Let's turn it on and see what happens. Alright, so that's on, and there's no water. It's just bone meal. If I go ahead and grab some wheat seeds real quick, test this out to make sure these are all working. Alright, so I've got wheat seeds everywhere on the farm. Let's go and turn that on. I'm going to go and get rid of this because I don't need it anymore. Let's go ahead and turn this on, and we should get all of this turned into wheat, except for this one. Why is this not growing? This has stuff in it. You know, it might be going, like, too fast, or it could even be this. I wonder if this piece of redstone is causing problems. It might be. So, you know what? Let's move this to there. There we go. Okay, so that little piece of redstone was actually causing some interference. So now this is working. So all of the wheat is grown. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off so we don't have to listen to the constant dispensers. But the entire wheat farm is grown. Now what I need to do is activate the water. Now this is real simple. I've already got set up over here. I just have to repeat that same thing with all of the other ones. So all you need for this is redstone to go across here. I could put blocks all the way along so I don't have to put the redstone down. It doesn't really matter. It's going to eventually make it to the end anyways. But you definitely need the redstone repeaters, because I think if you do it with just redstone like that, I don't think it's going to activate those. We'll test it. We'll do one like that, and the rest of them will have repeaters. But I'm pretty sure because this redstone is not linking to it, it's not going to activate. But we've got that set up. I might need an extra repeater in here. I don't know if it's going to reach all the way to the end. We'll find out, though. So if I push this button in here, let me make sure it's linked. No, it's not. Alright, let's go ahead and hook this up. Now it should work. Alright, we've got water in the first two. Didn't do this one because it wasn't connected properly. And it didn't do that one because the signal didn't reach far enough. So that is working perfectly. The one thing I have noticed is some of the items are floating on top of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put maybe slabs on top that kind of keep them from flying up like that. I was hoping that putting the dispensers on the side would actually prevent that from happening, but apparently the items are still finding a way to jump on top of the dispensers. So I'm going to fix that in a second. But the first thing I need to do is figure out a way of activating this. And this is where putting this up one block is going to be helpful, so that I can continue the signal along here. I might as well build this entire thing out of all the blocks here. So now this should work. So let's go ahead and push the button. Actually, I can't push the button because it's gonna mess up everything. So I have to turn these off real quick. Alright, so I've got everything hooked up. Let's push the button and this should work. There we go. All of the water has pushed all of the items. The one thing is I do need to put all the slabs across here, so that we can kind of have like a little barrier at the end. And also the items are still going on top. So I'm going to fix that. And the easiest way to do that is to put some kind of block on top of here. So I'm just going to use slabs like this. The only thing is now you can't really get to the farm. And that's one of the things that I wanted to have in this, is the ability to get access to like the farm without having the blocks on top of it. So I could put some pistons on the top that like bring some blocks down from the ceiling that will actually cover this, or I put blocks across the top, which really doesn't solve anything. The only other thing I could do is put like a bunch of blocks on top of here. I don't know if this will still activate with the redstone. I don't know if the redstone can go through that block and still activate the dispensers. Let's try it. I'm going to go ahead and put on just this one as a bit of a test. See if this works. If it does, then I guess I could put blocks on top of the entire thing. So let's go ahead and do a bunch of redstone up here. Go ahead and activate the bone mill and see if this works. Alright, so bone mill's turned on, and it did actually work. All of the crops did grow. So you know what? I'm going to go through this entire farm and put... It doesn't have to be the terracotta. That was just the random block that I had. I'm going to go ahead and use oak planks, because that's kind of the wood that's being used in the village. So I'm going to go through and put oak planks on top of this entire thing. And then I'm just going to put the redstone on top of that. And that should prevent the items from getting out. Okay, so I've put blocks on top of all of the dispensers now. I've got redstone up there. The one last thing that I want to add is at the end here, I want to add some slabs just to keep the items from jumping out at the end. And this shouldn't affect walking on the crops because you can easily just plant them right there. And then I'm going to do a full run through of the entire thing and show you that it works. So there's all the slabs on there. You could even use full blocks, but I'm just going to use slabs because it looks a little nicer. Here's what the farm looks like from just kind of like standing on the ground. It's a little big, but you can't jump up on here. So that's going to help with animals and other like mobs that want to like jump on your farm. The only thing is I think they can get up from this side. Yeah, they can definitely jump up from here. So that's one problem. You could just easily put a fence around this entire thing so they can't get back here, or just block it in. But from the front, you can clearly see that there's crops growing there. And then as soon as you see that they're fully grown, you come in the little room here, push the button. It'll wash all of the crops away. Oh, they're still getting stuck at the edge. Alright, so I might have to add full blocks like right here. I don't think I need to put it in the front, but definitely on the sides. Make sure you put some full blocks. But that should fix it. Let's go ahead and see if everything's coming in. And right here, we've got seeds coming in. We should get some wheat soon. I think the seeds just went through first. So eventually, this wheat should start going up. We'll look at it here in a second. It was at 49. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go and fill up all of this again so we can do another test. Okay, so I filled up the farm again. I used all of the different crops to kind of show you that it works with everything. I've got wheat here, I've got potatoes here, carrots here, and I've got beetroots over here. So the farm is filled up with all of the different types of crops. The only thing this won't do is it won't do pumpkins and melons. But it will do any of the other crops like the potatoes, carrots, beetroots, and wheat. So let's go ahead and look in here. Alright, so as you can see here, the wheat has gone up. I think it was at 49 before, so we definitely got a lot more wheat from the farm, and we also got a bunch of seeds. So now that these are all planted here, let's go ahead and do our final test. So you come in here. I am going to put some signs. I could actually do it now. I'm just going to go ahead and put some item frames in. So that way it's a little bit easier. So I'm going to get an item frame that will have a bucket of water in it. So that you know that one does the water. And then the other one, I could put bone meal. Alright, so I've got my item frames. I do have to move the torches. Or at least I have to move the one that was on that side. So I decided to move both of them so that they're kind of like in the same spot. I might as well move all of them so that they're all in the same block. There we go. So this one over here does the bone mill. So I'm going to go and put bone mill in there. And this one does the water. So that way you know exactly which one does which. So the first one you want to do is the bone mill. If we come out here, everything's like pretty much instantly grown. You can see we've got our beetroots, our carrots, our potatoes, and our wheat over there. So you can go ahead and turn that off. You don't have to leave it on the entire time. You could just like flip it, wait like 5 seconds, and then turn it off. And that should be enough to do the entire thing. So now that it's fully grown, you can see all of our crops are grown. You push the water button once, like that. The water flushes all of the items down here. And they all get collected in the hoppers, which are right down there. And then if you go into this area, you should see all the stuff coming in. So we've got potatoes coming in right now, because those were apparently the first item to go in. So as soon as the potatoes get done, all the other items should show up. It looks like beetroots are going through right now. Yeah, they are. So all the items are right here in this hopper. You can see them going through. We've got some potatoes, some seeds, and they're just slowly making their way through. So that's where all the items are at. And then they eventually make their way into this chest, which eventually I'm going to have to upgrade the chest. Oh, I just broke the door. Oops. But eventually I have to upgrade that chest so that I can get more space. And you can just easily do that by building down. You just put more hoppers leading to another chest, and you just keep going down. Or you just take all the items out of there and use them for something else. But that is the automatic farm. I think it looks pretty good. Let me go and turn off the water real quick so that it's not constantly flowing. But I think it works pretty well. We didn't get any items stuck on the sides, which is good. So this is working. We've got some pretty simple redstone right here. It's just a lot of redstone, but it's really simple. You just put a bunch of redstone up there with one block. And then over here, you just need 2 observers, a piston that pushes this. They look at each other, and then it just creates a really fast signal that makes the bone mill go incredibly fast. This one's just a regular button that activates these dispensers right here, which dispense the water. And then all the items go down here into the hole where they get delivered into that chest. So that's pretty much it for the automatic farm. Next episode, I'm going to start a brand new build. So if you have any ideas for builds that you would like to see me make, go ahead and post them in the comments, and I will pick a random comment for my next build. So I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, so make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.